Are we
It actually
recording?
needs to clap. Yeah, it's recording.
You'd have to walk back there if you're not.
Cool. All right. Welcome to the next video.
Yeah,
what is it?
number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Almost at number 10.
That'll be
Double digits.
We should celebrate number 10
Yeah.
somehow.
We should have a third guest, like we said for the last 4 episodes.
We're definitely having a guest for the next one.
Yeah, definitely the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. That might be him coming late.
Yeah, here he is. Speeding up. Cool. Yeah, so we're obviously doing night shots tonight, and
Or we're just sitting out in the park just for shits and giggles.
it's a regular Tuesday night for us.
Just randomly sitting in a park.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're shooting night scenes.
And yeah, we're just going to shoot medium format again because it's easy. I'm going to shoot some Portra 800, and you're shooting 160.
160. Yeah, I like shooting 160 at night. I really do. Seems an odd choice because it's a high-speed film, but if you're using bulb, you just let it stay open forever, and you get. Yeah, I really like the colours that 160 give me at night. So
Brett's been taking some awesome nighttime shots, so I said to him we should do some night videos.
they've been okay.
So check his Instagram out and you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, you can do that. So tonight, what we really want to do, we're not comparing anything. It's not comparing this camera with that camera or this film stock with that film stock. It's really a bit of a tutorial about what I've learnt from trial and error, really, and teaching Chris a bit about night shooting and getting the right exposure and what to expose for, and hopefully you'll be smarter at the end of this video.
Hopefully.
About,
Hopefully
if you
I'll be
stay
smart.
awake. hopefully we get some good shots and they work. Because sometimes, with my GW690, which I've shot, it's got a lens cap. I've got quite a few blank frames because
the
it's
old
a
rangefinder.
and I'm like, oh, far out. I've left the lens cap.
I always just get a UV filter and get rid of the lens cap.
Yeah, well, I take it off, put it in my pocket when I'm going to start shooting with the 690. So I'm going to shoot the Hasselblad tonight.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to shoot the 690 as well if we get enough time. So that's like 21 shots tonight.
Yeah, cool. And I might show how to shoot with an F5, like a newer digital film camera as well, how to shoot.
Yeah, that's got the electronics in it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, let's shut up and do it.
Let's do it. We'll see you in about a third of a second. How's that? So obviously the best thing for nighttime photography is a nice stable tripod. This one's really, really light, easy to carry around. It's got a head that goes any which way. Also a shutter release cable. So this is the old school style that pushes a pin through and it just screws onto the shutter release of your camera. This is a newer one for a Nikon, for an F5. So this plugs in and it does pretty much the same thing. You push it in or you can hold it. Also, a light meter, really useful.
Just going to load up the 160 into the Hasselblad 500C. Little tricky little thing there, you just pull that out. What I like about the Hasselblad, you got these things. I really love this for medium format where you can just lift that up. How easy is that? No fiddly bullshit. Yeah. And then you put the other one in there.
Awesome.
And on this one, I probably want a meter. I don't want to get that highlight, but I want to get in here somewhere because I don't want that to blow out. So I'm going to go there, and I'm shooting at f8. So I'll just keep going until I get to f8. 1 second.
1 second, awesome.
And I believe this has a 1 second on it. So yeah, I really like how the lamp came up in that and the pink shades in the stripes.
Yeah, I can tell with mine here, it's really underexposed. No idea what I did wrong.
So what Chris is doing here is he's getting his light meter using a spot meter. That little red circle is the spot meter. And he's metering, looks like to me he's metering for that bar in the background.
Do you reckon that's for their spot?
So he's trying to get the highlights there. Oh, he's got the bookcase.
Do you reckon that's...
Yeah, that's fine. That's a mid shot. That's a mid.
Like
so
from mid-range?
No, that's fine. Because your lights are going to be brighter. So what he's exposing there for like a mid-tone rather than a highlight and not a dark shadow. So that should give a fairly balanced shot.
And I want to go for
What?
F8, so
F8 at 6.5 seconds.
and we'll put a link to this app as well in the description below.
Yep,
There you go.
it's free.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, I really like how they came out. I can see the detail in that studded chair in the back. I really like that.
Yeah, I like how you can see the reflection in both ours as well in that glass. These turned out really nice. Cool.
So telling me 3 minutes at F8, one stop over. Let's do it. What can go wrong?
Famous last words.
The mirror up on the Hasselblad's just under the winder mechanism. There's this little button and you just press it up and you'll hear it click. Now
Cool.
the mirror's locked up and that will stop any kind of
Shutter slap, yeah, any shake.
so I shouldn't get any shutters to shake. And now I've just got to set my timer. Yeah, so this graffiti one was challenging as well because there's a lot of shadow then bright light. So trying to get that even lighting, but I think we nailed it.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's daytime in these shots. Turned out really well.
Yeah, lots of detail, which is good. Yeah, this one of the Greyhound, I think you had a bus come through, but I really like how that one's exposed. Lots of detail.
Yeah, I got a bit more of the tree and you can see the wind blowing it, and yeah, you can see that bus come through and put some light streaks through, which I don't quite mind.
Yeah, the bin, the lonely bin in the big car park, and that bright light that was up on the right hand side, and I didn't mind blowing that out. You can see that there because I really wanted the detail in the bin and that green wall.
Yeah, I remember actually exposing slightly more for the highlights, and I remember my time was much quicker than yours, and I didn't think mine would turn out that well, and you can see it's underexposed.
Yeah, this kind of 90s Japanese van was kind of cool. And, you know, I mean, night shooting, you know, it always presents difficulties because you've got highlights and shadows, and it's like, what do I really want? And I think both of us this time, we metered for the back bumper area of the van, which was in a little bit of shade. And you can see that highlight on the left-hand side there's blown out, but I really like, again, the detail that's in the shot.
With mine, I didn't stop my shutter, close my shutter. I just wound the film to the next shot. So you'll see in my next shot, it's actually got a bit of the van in it too, because I didn't close my shutter for some reason. Too busy talking.
Yeah, this one was, I really like the tree and the shadow it was casting on the building, and this, you know, French auto, kind of the old building.
And yeah, there's my shot of my car, and you can kind of make out the French building if you squint.
Yeah. This is a really cool location. I really enjoyed this abandoned building where, the windows have been smashed out. But again, it presented problems because you'll see in mine where you can see an indicator flash, a yellow dotted line across the screen. There it is. Because cars would come around that corner. I kind of would have liked it without that.
Yeah, we had that issue because this is the first really dark shot of the night. Like yours was about a 3-minute exposure, mine is a minute and a half or so.
Yeah,
so it's hard to avoid
on that. Yeah,
hard to avoid.
This one I kind of like the corner, a bit inspired by Jason Hunter from Restore from Backup. He loves corners of buildings.
Yeah, with me, I really want to get a shot of that sign. So yeah, I got in close.
Yeah, that after hours drop off is kind of cool because we're out at night. And this one's just a stack of pallets, and again it presented a challenge because you've got this really dark shadow, then you've got the highlights on the front of the timber, and it's like, well, what do we expose for? And I think this is where you just go with your gut and go, this is what I want to expose for, and I'll see how it comes out.
Yeah.
And I think both of these in our shots, when you'll see in a second, they're both pretty similar.
It's interesting to see you get a bit of star pattern in yours because your exposure was much longer than mine.
Yeah, but I've got a bit of lens flare in mine, and yours is kind of like pretty crisp.
Yeah. It's interesting.
All right, well, that was our night shoot. Yeah.
I think the shots turned out pretty good. Like I had a few that I missed the exposure on.
Yeah.
That's just because I wasn't really listening to what you were saying, and you were saying exposed to the shadows, and I exposed to the highlights, and they were too dark. So,
I think it's trial and error. Like obviously, I've shot a few more rolls than you. That's what I've been working on, and you just get a sense of what you want, and it's really hard. What I like about night photography though is that when you actually see the image scanned, the colours are different to what you're seeing with your naked eye.
Yeah.
Because your retina's not constantly exposing; it's just picking up that information as it goes.
And you could tell on that one graffiti shot, the shadows were so dark, I couldn't see what was
in the shadow.
More graffiti in the shadows, and the film picked that up.
Yeah, it's awesome. You get this little surprise. Like I didn't even know that was in the shot.
Yeah.
Because it was so dark, and that's what I'm really finding exciting about colour photography, night photography. I really like it.
Yeah, I'm excited to shoot some night slide at night. I'm gonna try to get out.
You haven't done that, but you've got to get your exposure right. That'd be tricky as.
I'd have a whole roll just messed up, just too dark, all muddy.
That's true.
Yeah.
So hopefully you learned something from that. Like, someone asked Tay on Instagram, like any tips on shooting at night, and it was just like, just meter for what you want. So if you want the highlights to not be blown out, like that first shot of the lamp.
Yeah.
I really highlighted. I metered for the lamp. Not for the shadows, but then in other shots I wanted the detail in the shadows, like that graffitied building, so I metered for the shadows, and it was a much longer exposure. So it's just working out. You got to try and pre-visualize the image that you want to achieve, and then go for that.
Yeah, definitely. And I that lamp shot I metered for the light. So it was way too underexposed. Yeah,
and then if you try and pull those shadows up in Lightroom, you'll just get grain. It'll just be a mess. Be lots of noise.
Oh, it won't look as good as what yours did. So,
And the other thing is like reciprocity. I think we might have talked about it in the film in the lead up, but I just overexposed by stop. You know? So if I'm shooting 160, which I did, then I'm shooting it at 80.
So I have a reciprocity calculator on my phone, and most of the stuff I worked out, it just didn't seem right. And your shots turned out really well. So.
I think if you're doing those long star pattern kind of shots, and you go for half an hour, then I'd probably look at a reciprocity calculator. But shooting that kind of street stuff with variance between shadow and light,
I think for example, my the shot of the graffiti building where we had the cars driving through, the reciprocity said something like 12 minutes. As opposed to the 3 minutes I exposed for. So like surely if I'd shot it at 12 minutes, it would have just been really blown out.
You would have blown it out. But anyway, that's another video. Thanks again for watching.
Yeah, thanks. And subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah, you can do that. And we really like that because, it's going up. And we're at 230 something at the moment, which is thank you to all those people who have subscribed. But, hit that subscribe button. That'd be really... It makes us feel good about ourselves. That's all, really. It's a vanity thing.
That's all we do.
We want more friends. We want more friends than Willem, George...
Who are they?
Jason... you know, Matt Day, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Anyone like that, like, you know, like, get us up there. We want to be up there with the luminaries.
Yeah. And if you have any feedback, or if you want to see any videos you want, just let us know. We're open to film anything, really. Maybe not anything.
Yeah.
Some things.
And we will have a guest. It's confirmed tonight.
Confirmed.
We will have a guest.
Very exciting.
So
yeah, and it's on a public holiday too. So
yeah, we're getting up at dawn, which is an odd time of the day for me.
Yeah, me too. Might just not sleep.
Yeah, stay up.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you guys on the next video, and yeah, subscribe, hit the like button if you like it.
Give us a comment.
Give us a comment.
Love the comments.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Cool.